Now, as we've been telling you, COVID-19 has really hit the economy hard and devastated so many small businesses. PPP loans were set aside for those businesses, but some of them have struggled with big banks doling out the money. Tonight, our Carolyn Johnson introduces us to a catering truck owner who got a little help by believing in magic.
All right, what can we get started for you? Cheeseburger, do you want everything on it? Yeah. Enjoy that fat burger. You have a better one.
Mark Webster moved to LA from Minnesota, chasing bigger opportunities and warmer weather.
I was working in on a bunch of reality TV shows. The last show I worked on was Undercover Boss.
You know, you look like the president of Fatburger.
And Fatburger had done an episode of Undercover Boss.
Webster now owns this Fatmobile, the food truck and catering arm of Fatburger.
Okay, we got a fat burger for Kevin.
But when COVID restrictions began, Webster's business instantly suffered.
My business revolves around large groups of people coming together.
With so much uncertainty, Webster gave notice on his apartment, and his wife, 2 young sons, and infant daughter went back to Minneapolis.
I'm going to stay back and try to hope things, get better in the near future and keep the business alive. It was just like, I can't give up yet.
In April, as part of a massive $2 trillion stimulus bill, Congress set aside $60 billion for small businesses. The Paycheck Protection Program, known more commonly as PPP loans, were administered by big banks.
Getting access to that stuff has always been challenging.
Many Black and Brown-owned small businesses were left out of PPP funding because they did not have lending relationships with big banks.
We're able to say, hey, you can have a relationship with us.
In May, Magic Johnson's Equitrust Life Insurance Company invested $100 million in PPP loans for minority-owned businesses. The former Laker and 5-time NBA champ has spent a busy post-basketball career focused on economic empowerment in underserved communities.
That was like the first time in all that where I felt comfortable and confident enough to actually go, chase this loan or chase these funds.
Equitrust is working alongside MBE Capital Partners and Carver Federal Savings Bank. Together, these 3 minority-owned institutions have funded more than $300 million in loans, including over 3,000 loans here in California.
I've never seen this much capital come into our communities.
MBE President Cara Wallace tells NBC4 the average loan nearly $21,000, but they've funded loans as little as $1,500.
70% of minorities are hired by minority-owned businesses. So we understood that unless you grow and scale minority-owned businesses, you will never change the economic outcomes in these communities.
Thank you. Enjoy, man.
Webster received his loan in August.
It literally was a life raft for me.
A chance for him to hold on to his business and hopefully soon to hold the people he worked so hard for.
Just to kind of hold my daughter and, play with my boys. Because, that's beyond all this. That's what's really driving me is my family.
Carolyn Johnson, NBC4 News.
With gatherings once again prohibited, Mark says he is ready to feed essential workers if the calls come in. And while the current restrictions have put him up against a wall, he says he remains hopeful and grateful.